good evening for those of you who are also on the West Coast or just experiencing evening where you are. I wanted to come on and present the little nugget well, it's not new to me, but I don't think I've talked a whole lot about it on this channel, and it definitely, the energies are coming in for it. And what I want to talk about briefly is releasing need based relationships. Now, there are some that we hold on to for sure because it's the righteous thing to do. Like with your kids. Your kids need you. At least until they are 18. Now I do believe one of the important roles of a parent is to help prepare your kids so that they don't need you by the time that they are young adults, and they should, as much as you can prepare them, be able to go and navigate the world mostly on their own. They should be able to call you and check in and stuff, but otherwise that's where the need should really start to wane away. When it comes to the rest of your relationships, and this is work relationships, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, anything, your community, like, it's not that, it's funny, it feels like I'm saying, release all needy relationships. If anybody ever needs you, don't ever help them. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying, however, is that if you have a consistent dynamic with anybody, friend, family, coworker, anything that is need based, whether you are interacting with them because you need them or they are interacting with you because they need you, and those might not be the words that are said, but you can certainly tell. If somebody is with you because they are financially dependent on you, or you're with them because you're financially dependent on them, that's a need based relationship. That's a transactional relationship. If you are with somebody or they are with you because of a fear of abandonment or a fear of being alone, that's a need based relationship. If you are effectively just connecting with someone to replay scenarios in your head all the time and you're not connecting with them to have a mutually enjoyable dynamic with them, that can also be a need based relationship. Though usually you can tell whether or not a relationship or a dynamic of some kind is need based because it'll be about fear. Like, if you don't interact with that person, do you fear the loss of that interaction? Do you fear abandonment? Do you fear rejection? Do you fear that, like, some big bad thing will happen if you don't keep up the interactions with them? Do you fear that they'll yell at you or reject you or create drama? It's a fear based, need based relationship. And the reason for this is pretty simple when you really think about it, is that need based dynamics are not voluntary. They're typically coercive and toxic, and they usually bring out the more, I want to say, they come out into the narcissistic dimensions on all sides. There really is no victim on it if you're perpetuating it. The other thing is, when you release need based relationships, when you set healthy boundaries for yourself, because remember, boundaries are for you, and you have healthy, appropriate rules when necessary, say with family members or co parents or things like that, then you start to really, like, free up your own energy. The fewer people that you interact with because you feel they need you, and the fewer people you interact with because you feel you need them, the more of your relationships become relationships that you have that are based on want, that are based on mutual voluntary interactions. You talk to them because you like talking to them. They talk to you because they like talking to you. They're with you because they want you. Then you're with them because you want them. You could have all the options in the world. In fact, everybody has all options. Any sort of fear of abandonment or rejection or being single forever, all that stuff, it's all just conditioning that society throws in. Everybody's always got options. Everybody's always got another path that they can take, another job they can get. I mean, save for really, really extreme circumstances and things like that. But I'm talking to those of you that are watching this, that you're not in a situation that is really, really extreme. You know, and when you really start to release need based relationships, it could take a little struggle, especially if you've had a lot of codependencies, or you were raised with by codependent parents, things like that can be, attachment traumas are real and they can really create chaos and havoc. Though once you start, I mean, spirit will provide you with plenty of people that will be, they will, you will create a bond with them that will feel need based, and you will feel that you can feel the neediness in it. You can feel that it's not about a genuine deep appreciation for each other. It's need based, and when it becomes need based, it feels icky and it feels squishy and it feels eh. And when you see, okay, like this has been brought in for me to learn how to release this stuff, and you will. And then once you get one down, you'll get another one down. You get another one down. You get another one down, and then you'll see which um, dynamics in your life that, you know, they're not people or things that you want to get rid of, but you definitely want to really diminish the need based part of it and make it more voluntary. And when the more you get to that, the lighter you become, the better able you are to manifest, and you just feel better. You feel better. The less people you have around you that need something, that constantly need attention or need you to do something for them, or get really mad if you don't do something for them, or any number of other things, the better you feel, the safer you feel. The less you live in survival mode, or the less you live alone and solitary because you're afraid of being put back into that. And just the ability to live in that sort of lightness becomes its own sort of light work. And everybody that you interact with and you share your story with, everybody who's around you gets a benefit of being around that lightness that you embody. And that creates ripple effects that go out into the rest of the world, and it really does change things in a beautiful way. Though I definitely recommend you don't take my word for it, that you try it yourself in a way that works for you. All right, I'll catch you in the next video.